Today, in Cooking with the Octopus, we're going to make the best out of what we can. And it's called two meat how do you say guisado in English? Anyways, the idea is that we're going to combine two meats today. We're going to call this two meat souffle. Idea is that the baby wanted meat and she couldn't make up her mind. Tráetela, yo te la pongo. She couldn't make up her mind. O sabes qué, dile a Nanda que te la ponga, porfis. Ándale. Es que yo estoy cocinando.
¿Qué tal yo?
No, tú no, bebé. Porque no quiero que destruyas el... ¡Nan! Ven, porfis.
Mejor tío.
No, Nan.
Tío.
Nana. ¿Le puedes poner el video a tu hermana? Para que no el video de la Bella Durmiente para que no lo destruya. Gracias. Tú, no dije raza. Dije Nan.
¿Nan?
Sí.
¿Nan?
Nan.
¿Ya no te puedo mostrar lo que te iba a mostrar la cosa? ¿Qué era?
Anyways, back to the dish. The idea was that the baby wanted a little bit of chicken and she wanted a little bit of meat. And we were on a kind of monetary discourse to do the best we could. So I went to the market and I got what I could with 200 pesos. What I could get in the market with 200 pesos was 1 kilo of cat food, essential, and about 200-300 grams of cheese, Oaxaca cheese, and half a liter of cream. Sí, es queso. And the main dish, which is a nice bone, fleshy pig bone. ¿Puedes filmar?
No.
Okay, there. Nice fleshy pig bone.
Tío, ¿qué puedes hacerme de desayunar? Yo quiero pollo.
Voy a hacerte pollo y carne, lo que querías, ¿no? Dijiste pollo y carne, te voy a hacer pollo y carne.
Ya te lo puse, tío.
Gracias, mira, ahí está tu película. ¿Quieres filmar, por favor?
No.
Huevón. Anyways, this is a nice chunk of
Tío, ¿puedes jugar
meat.
el juego de...
Tengo que cocinar.
¿Te puedes hacer el juego de la Bella Durmiente? Es un juego.
No, pon la película, pero tengo que cocinar.
No puedo, mira.
O dile a la abuelita.
Abuela, ¿me puedes ponerme mi Bella Durmiente?
The idea is that swine pig, costs 80 pesos a kilo. But if you buy it correctly, it can go down to as little as 60 pesos a kilo or even 40 pesos a kilo. So this is actually called pantorrilla, and it's the leg part of the bone that it's difficult to get the meat out of. So they sell it for 60 pesos a kilo, and this was a little bit under 40 pesos, and it's a nice chunk of meat. It's probably about 200 grams in there, 300 grams of usable meat plus the bone, which is going to go nicely in the oven. So that was 40 pesos. This was 35 pesos. This was 30 pesos. This was 30-60. 75. No, I'm sorry. This was all this together was 70 pesos. This was 40 pesos, and this was 20 pesos. And I'll show you what I got for 20 pesos. ¿Qué?
¿Cuándo compras internet?
Ya tienes internet. Sí, ya tienes internet, claro que sí.
Tiene una rayita y se va cada 5 minutos.
Pero hay internet. ¿Por qué comprar algo si ya lo tenemos?
Porque no puedo ver YouTube.
Ay, pobrecito. Anyways, back to the chicken. For 20 pesos, I got this. And buying chicken in the market is an adventure because first of all, you got to make sure it's fresh. Sometimes it's not as fresh as it should be. Second of all, the cost varies accordingly to how you buy it and when you buy it. If you can actually buy it at the very end of the when they're almost finished selling chicken, they will get desperate to sell all the little pieces and odds and ends that they were not able to sell, and you'll be able to buy a nice chunk of chicken for very little money. So here we got no, ahorita. Here we got, for 20 pesos we got, a couple of drumsticks, a couple of wings, and a little foot for 20 pesos, which is pretty fracking good. So this is about maybe 400 grams, 500 grams of meat, and this is about 300 grams of usable meat plus the bone. So all of that is going to go in our handy dandy baking pot. Aquí está. A ver, te pongo la película. Me lo puso Nanda y ni lo vi.
Pero pues ponme el juego porque me gusta el juego.
¿Español o inglés?
Español.
Ahí vas.
Para que hablen bien.
Para que hablen bien en inglés también. You should learn English. Anyways, back to our dish.
Adiós, mi tío.
Aquí estoy, no voy a ningún lado, no estoy cocinando.
Te dije adiós aquí.
Oh,
Para que te quedes.
no voy a ningún lado, aquí voy a cocinar.
Te dije adiós aquí para que te vayas aquí a cocinar.
Anyways, the most important part of cooking meat in the oven.
Mucho. Esto.
A ver, le pongo más alto. Sube el volumen a tu hermana, por favor. ¿Qué? Ahí está en la mesa. The most important part about cooking meat is the way which way in the oven. You have to make sure it covers. No? Anyways, you need to cover the meat on a pot that will hold the heat. ¿Qué?
¿Puedes buscarlo por mí?
No voy a hacer el juego contigo porque tengo que cocinar, pero te pongo la película si quieres.
Sí.
A ver.
Cuando termine, pones el niño.
Estás todo madreado, ¿verdad, gato? ¿Te madreó el gris? Sí, ya te vi. Andas cojeando. Peleonero ese. Listo. Bella Diosmente a la orden. Back to the dish. So, I didn't get the chance to buy any vegetables, but we have some vegetables left from the last time we went shopping. What I do need to say is that in order for the meat to cook well, it has to hold the heat. This pot is perfect for it because this pot, it used to have a top, a regular top.
Tener un monito de verdad y un dinosaurito de verdad.
Yo también. Used to have a top that was made out of this material, but it broke. So we put this top, which is actually a metal top, and it kind of holds the heat better, and it makes it hotter somehow, which is an advantage. Sí, te puse la bella durmiente. So this meat is going to get washed. It's going to go in the pot. And let's find what we have in the refrigerator as far as vegetables is concerned. Ve por tu muñeca la bella durmiente, ándale. Apúrate. Apura, rápido. Espantes. Okay, what do we have as far as flavoring the chicken? We got a little bit of cream. We got... Oh, these peppers are going to be wonderful in the chicken. Tomato, I don't think so. But maybe an onion and a couple of potatoes. The question is which way we want to go with the meat. It's not really a chicken dish. It's not really a pork. It's somewhere in between. By the way, have you noticed the flies flying around this place? Yes, it's fly season in the ranch. The absolute horror of flies all over the place. ¿Qué? Ah, ya tienes tus muñequitas muy bien.
Pero puedes verlas así.
¿Qué?
Mira, yo puedo verlas así.
Ah, que se resbalen. Okay, so here's gonna be the ingredients for our dish. We have no more carrots. We have a little bit of carrot, just to give it a hint of carrot flavor from the diced carrots that we used for breakfast. They had sliced carrots, diced carrots. So we have a little bit of that left. Very little. It's just going to give it flavor. We have this little garlic. Goes in the pot. You know, when you combine the elements of food, the idea is to find flavors that are interesting. So when you have a nice breakfast, like these carrots have a little bit of lemony stuff, and the garlic, you add those flavors to enhance the flavor of the food, to make it more palatable. So what's going to happen now is that I'm going to dice the potatoes, I'm going to dice the bell peppers, I'm going to dice the onions, I'm going to peel the garlics, I'm going to wash the meat, and all that's going to go in the pot, and then I'll show you what's going on. All right, so I have to make a pause to do all that, and then we